This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. So we see the reports of Floyd Schofield and the Shakur Stevenson fight is off based on Floyd Schofield pulling out of the fight. And this is pretty wild, looking at the Boxing Scene magazine and the stuff that came out, the reports that came out, and of the reason why Floyd Schofield had pulled out. And this is coming from his father, Schofield Sr., basically saying that they poisoned his son. And it made claims that a masseuse associated with Stevenson's team had wiped a cream on his son. That statement that Floyd Sr. basically put out already calls for backlash coming from Shakur Stevenson co-manager and Josh Dubin. And basically, he wants to get these guys for defamation. He demands an apology, pretty much. And what he said was, the fighter Schofield should get advised on defamation laws in our country. And then he said, Dubin told Boxing Scene on Tuesday, saying these things that slander Shakur does not come without legal consequences. Saying that his food was poisoned will not go unrecognized. Schofield was being put on notice. And then he went on to say people might think there's a kernel of truth in these lies regarding the poisoning by his father, when it seems to be a way for him to make an excuse he's not going to fight. Now you gotta remember, about a month ago, Floyd Schofield didn't even show up at the press conference. A month ago, he didn't even show up at the press conference. And not to mention, I believe at the time that Shakur Stevenson even put out and said, based on Floyd Schofield not showing up at the press conference, is, basically he's looking for a way to pull out of the fight. And, it's crazy. It's crazy at the end of the day. But Senior continue. Actually not Senior. Actually, this is Kid Austin. Basically, he was still taking shots at Shakur Stevenson, calling him a diva, and said that his 4-month-old son is more of a man than him. But who's more of a man now? Because now it's getting close. And here it is. About a month ago, these guys didn't make it to the press conference because at the time they accused, somebody of flattening the tires or messing up with the cars, something like that. And that's why they couldn't make it to the press conference. And they talked all this nonsense up, saying that they was going to stop Shakur Stevenson and everything. And here it is, the week of the fight. These guys don't show up again for grand arrivals. They don't even show up. This is pretty sad. Sad at the end of the day. Basically, they question, I guess, we didn't hear anything from Golden Boy Promotions. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya, nothing. But Eddie Hearn did chime in. And what he's expecting, or what he's, speculating, is that it was supposed to be a weight check tomorrow, and I think he's speculating and basically saying that because there's a weight check, he doesn't think Kid Austin was actually going to be on weight as far as weight check concerns, or however many pounds you need to be at, days before the fight to even take place. But yeah, like I said, man. And what's crazy is that, I actually like Kid Austin, you know what I'm saying? He reminds me of a young Sean Porter. But bro, you looking sad, bro. You looking sad, man. Starting to lose respect, man. I mean, especially when y'all talk all of that, you know what I'm saying, hell of a cash about, I talk all that cash about Shakur Stevenson, and here it is, Y'all can't even make it to the fight. I was gonna give y'all major props to saying, yo, these, you know what I'm saying, at least this young dude's really pushing, you know what I'm saying, to step in the ring and get in there, even though it appears that he might not even be ready for this type of noise. But I was gonna say, hey, this is a win-win situation, because let's just say if he was to go in there and beat Shakur, you know, this will bring his name to superstardom instantly, because he does have an exciting style to watch. You know, he just got to clean up on his defense. And let's just say if he was a loser, so he could be a lessons learned, you know what I'm saying? Because again, he's still young. But at the end of the day, I would have given him props regardless, you know what I'm saying? But you can't get no props from me, man. You can't get no props from me, man. This is sad, bro. Now I know they was talking about looking for a replacement opponent for Shakur Stevenson, but this fight being so close, I don't think it's even going to happen. I don't know if they even going to find a replacement for Shakur Stevenson. If they do, man, it have to be like a super fucking tune-up, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if anybody who's in training camp is ready to jump in the ring right now. Maybe the guy who been ducking Shakur Stevenson and Williams and Payton might pull a rabbit out of his fucking ass or some shit and get in the ring. But apparently he got a rematch lined up with Tevin Farmer, so he got to finish up that smoke right then and there. But Shakur, you know what I'm saying? They asked him, and he was talking about, you know, how he's excited, you know, to be fighting outside of the United States, you know what I'm saying, since the amateurs pretty much. But yeah, man, yeah, like I said, and I repeat it, this is a bad look for Kid Austin, man. Food poisoning, like his father made up the excuse of food poisoning, bro. That's a sorry ass excuse coming from a man who was talking all that shit this whole time leading up to the fight, and you fucking not show up twice. You and your son don't even show up 2 times. Like crunch time comes down and your ass don't even show up the week of the fight, man. Anyway, this is Bold and Understanding. I'm out. Peace.